Okay, hello my friends, and welcome to class. My name is Mr. Christensen. I wanted to put together this short presentation. It's going to contain your first assignment for the year. We'll get to that later on. But first I wanted to explain a big change that's going to happen with how I teach my classes this year. And so let's get to that first, and then we'll get to the first assignment of the year at the end of this slideshow. So, all instruction for this class will be online this year. So everything's going to be online. There's a lot of advantages to online learning, but I just wanted to list a few of them. Number one is you can learn at your own convenience. Since everything's online already, you have access to all the instruction, to the work that you will do throughout this course 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So if you miss class, say for example, there's a sporting event, you have to miss class, or you're sick, or maybe something just comes up and you have to miss class, well, you don't have to stress out. All of the instruction is online. Number two, because it's online, you now are enabled to rewatch a lesson if you need to. Say you watched it one time, you just didn't really pick up everything you think you needed to. Well, now you can rewatch it. You just hit play on the video again, or rewind a portion of the video that you didn't really understand. And that's a huge advantage because now you can rewatch it. And finally, online learning, in my opinion, is more individualized learning. What I mean by that is sometimes when you're in a traditional class setting, somebody in the class will ask a question or get the teacher off topic, and it kind of wastes time. Well, because it's online, now you're watching the videos one-on-one. It's way more individualized learning. You can learn at your own pace. So you can learn basically anything online. If you go to YouTube, you can learn how to do anything. For example, just by watching some YouTube videos, I've been able to learn the following. I learned how to cut and install pavers to make a patio. I have learned how to make automatic sprinkling system, rebuild a carburetor, form and set up concrete for a sidewalk or a patio. I'm currently learning how to play the piano online and read sheet music, and it's been great because I can just go at my own pace. I can take the lessons when I want and when I have time. And so really you can learn anything, and I think online learning is the future of education, and that's why I'm taking my classes online and all of the instruction online to get you kind of used to learning online. It's a little bit different than learning in a traditional classroom setting. So I want to go over some suggestions that I have for learning online. Number one, take notes when you're watching the video. You have a student workbook, and all of the notes, there's guided notes for every chapter is there. Make sure you have your guided notes out and ready to be filling those in as you watch the videos this year. Number two, rewatch parts of the video that are a little bit confusing for you. Nobody gets chemistry or physics the first time through. Rewatch parts of the video that you thought were a little confusing, and most likely the second or third time through, it's going to become clear. Number three, write down questions that you have as you watch the video. In the margins of your books, you can write down questions that you might have came up with. And one thing about online learning is you don't have a teacher there all of the time. Say you watch the videos at home. Well, you can still write down that question, ask the question in class next time, and get your answer. And number four, be willing to watch a video more than once. I have a quote that I always say, and it goes like this: everybody is capable of learning. The difference lies in the number of repetitions you need. So if you are like me and you need to watch something 3 or 4 or 5 times in order to get it, in order to fully understand it, you've got to be willing to do that. And it's very easy. Just Watch the video more than once. And number 5, ask your teacher for more help if needed. I am still going to be in class every day working just as hard as ever. I just won't be giving the instruction because it's on the video. But I will be walking around. If you have a question, don't be afraid to raise your hand and ask that question. I will help you learn the concept that you're trying to learn. Okay, so those are my suggestions. Now I wanted to go through a practice exercise with you on how to learn online. So your first assignment for class will be to make a swan out of a piece of paper. So you're going to need a regular 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. On the following slide, so the next slide I have, is a video that will show you how to properly fold the paper into a swan. And there's many steps. And he goes quite quickly in folding them. But I thought this would be great practice for you in learning how to learn by watching a video. So what's the purpose of making a swan? Well, it has nothing to do with chemistry or physics, but my favorite TV show is Prison Break. And on that show, the main character of the show, he folds up these paper swans, and he communicates with people secretly through the swans. Anyway, swans have nothing to do with chemistry or physics, but I wanted to give you some practice on how to learn by watching a video. And remember, you might have to rewind, stop, scroll back in the video and watch a part over again. He's going to fold the paper quickly, and sometimes you just got to hit stop, fold your paper, watch what he does. Maybe you have to rewind a section in order to get it correctly. But this is great practice because you're going to have to do this in your class, either chemistry, advanced chemistry, or physics. We need to learn how to learn from a video. So let's get to the video. He does go through it pretty quickly, so don't be afraid to hit stop, to hit pause, or to rewind a portion to get it correct. So when you are finished with the swan, so when you've folded your paper and your swan is made, make sure it looks like the one at the end of the video. You're going to write your name on this swan somewhere. Find a spot to write your name, because you're going to turn this in for points. So bring it to class and you're going to turn it in for points. Okay, so let's get to it. Here's the video, and good luck. Okay, hopefully you were able to get all of that and your swan looks like that one in the end. Just remember to put your name on it somewhere and you will be turning that in for points. So make sure we do that.